Hi everybody, I'm Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And welcome to our weekend chat. And boy, do we have a good one for you today. It's about snacking.
Snacking.
Right?
There is nobody, I have never met anybody who likes snacking more than me. If it wasn't for Terry, all I would do is snack.
World's biggest snacker, seriously. She is a snacker. So she's an expert on snacking. So I know what we're going to share today is going to be unbelievable.
Yes, this is my favorite video ever because we're going to be munching and snacking, and I want to show you all the stuff that we eat. Terry and I have shared with you before that we travel for work, we entertain, we're on the road a lot, we take long weekend trips.
Exactly.
We do a lot of stuff when we're not actually standing in this kitchen and things are not always convenient. So we've shared with you some of the tricks and tips that we use to eat out at restaurants. But what do I do when I'm in a car and I'm hungry? And I'm not a good hungry person. Terry's a much better hungry person than me.
Thanks,
but
Terry.
I'm not a great hungry person. So we're going to share with you today what this person who is never hungry does. So I think that most people think that when you're on a whole food plant-based diet that you only eat fruits and vegetables, which is not true. So I'll first show the fruits and vegetables that people think about. That's all we eat. You know, we're rabbits. So here's different kinds of carrots. I love the carrot chips or the big crunchy carrots, crunch, 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 because when I'm crunching, I'm happy. With my carrots, I either eat, because remember I told you about hummus. When you buy hummus out, it has a lot of oil and a lot of fat, and Terry cannot have that. And so I don't eat things that he can eat normally. I take a little U-turns, don't tell anybody. But I either get this at Whole Foods. It's the Cedars fat, oil-free hummus, which is perfect. And yes, I can eat this whole container, don't judge. And this is way more than one serving, so it's way too much. Or I make my own hummus and I put it in a container and I take it with me. I do like the homemade hummus because I can eat more.
That's the best.
Yeah, this is absolutely the best. So exactly. I get my hummus out. I get my little carrot chips, and I have me some chips and hummus, and I'm a happy camper.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. So because I'm talking, I wasn't going to eat, and I totally wanted to eat that. But anyway, so delicious. There you go. That you could also have whole fruit, obviously, orange, plum, apple, bananas, pears. You could cut up watermelon or anything like that. You could go into any convenience store, any grocery store. They are happy to sell you containers of that stuff already cut up. So it's really quite easy and convenient to eat fruits and vegetables out. They also have in any store, I mean, they sell them at our BJ's and our Costco's or any store. The apple's already cut. And you can buy them in the bag, and it has a pack of 8 or 10 or 12 or whatever it is. And then the apple's already cut, and you could just munch on them. So they're great for plane rides and stuff like that. So that's some of the fruits and veggies, real quick stuff.
And let me sneak in my veggies. So I eat my fruit. I eat a lot of green leafy vegetables all throughout the day. One little trick that I have is I will take broccoli, steam in the bag broccoli. I'll steam it for like 4 minutes in the microwave, and I'll put it in a little container like this. So if you open up on the side, I have broccoli inside, and then I will snack on this throughout the day. But more importantly, if we're going on a long road trip, if we're going to be out for a while, I'll put this in a little lunch box, if you will. And if it's cold, it's just broccoli, so it's not like it's going to go bad or it's going to be sour. So I'll take a plastic fork, and I'll be able to munch and eat on my broccoli, you know, throughout the day. Yeah. And it's delicious.
Not to get scientific, but when Terry's chewing on his broccoli or any greens, he's creating all that nitric oxide that he needs to have a healthy heart and a healthy cardiovascular system. So the more he's crunching on his broccoli, the happier I am. I love seeing him eat his broccoli. If you're like me, you'll put a little lemon vinegar on here and garlic, and then it becomes an Italian broccoli salad.
Broccoli.
Or, yum. Or you can even make a little side of tamari, rice vinegar. You could add a little maple syrup if you want. Keep it in a little container that you carry with you. And right before you get ready to eat your broccoli or anything that you steam, it could be asparagus, it could be cauliflower. Dump it on there and you have a nice little sauce. But we do pack these Terry has a normal size lunchbox, and when I pack for him, I put it, and he's like, "What is this?" I was like, "What if you get hungry? What are we gonna do?" So that is a great point, and it's very, very important. So what are some of the other things that I do? I take the Trader Joe's corn tortillas that I've talked to you about already several times. It's white corn, water, and lime. That's it. I cut these in half and then triangles, and I get 6 triangles out of one. 2 bags of these will fill my whole tortilla chip container. As you can see, we've taken some out of here. But I cook these. I put them on a cookie sheet without any oil, any parchment paper, nothing, just a jumbo cookie sheet. 350 degrees, 10 minutes, it's foolproof. I used to burn the heck out of these because I'm always in a hurry and I always want stuff. 350 degrees, 10 minutes, walk away. That's what I have to do because I will burn them.
So now you have homemade tortilla chips, and if you look at the package of tortilla chips in the grocery store, you'll have a lot of sodium and a lot of fat. So that's not really good for you. So I love tortilla chips. So Angel said, you know what? I'm gonna make you healthy tortilla chips. No sodium, no fat, bada boom,
No
bada
nothing,
bing.
and they're delicious.
They are.
They are so crunchy and delicious. And Terry, when we travel, I have one with a T. That's Terry's hot
Thank you.
salsa. And I have one with an A, which is Angel's not so hot salsa, but one that I absolutely love. And then when we're on the road, and I may need some support getting my salsa open.
Can you get your salsa?
I mean, really, what a weakling. And then,
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
salsa and chips. So,
You can only double dip in your own. That's fine.
superb. Another thing.
Wow.
I'm going to be eating with my mouth open this whole thing, so I apologize ahead of time. But I buy this Chipotle black bean dip at Trader Joe's because it has no fat, and I like it. So I also pack this with my chips, and then I have black bean dip.
With the chip.
It's so good. I can dip it in the black bean, dip it in my salsa. Isn't that good?
Wow, that's so good.
It's so tasty.
It sounds like a little
Chipotle.
yeah. Wow.
Delicious. This is like $1.99. So between this and my salsa, I spent $4. These chips I think are under $2. The whole thing, and it would probably fill this bag 3 or 4 times if I made one. So for $6, I could eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat.
Healthy.
So that's a wonderful snack. We do take that with us and we do enjoy it. It's wonderful. So that's the chips. Don't knock it until you try it. These chips are so delicious. Crunchy and delicious, and you don't swell up afterwards. You're not getting any fat.
Salt,
and so you can eat and eat and eat all you want, which I love to do. Then another thing that I love is my popcorn.
Angel loves popcorn.
Love, love, love popcorn.
Eat a popcorn.
I actually love plain popcorn. So even when I ate a lot of salt and stuff, I never really ate a lot of butter, but I always like the popcorn plain. It's just, I'm kind of plain like that. So here's a plain one, but I love the nacho spice one. So as you know, my favorite nacho spice, nutritional yeast. You can buy this all day at Whole Foods. I just pop the popcorn, I put it in these bags, I sprinkle
Nutritional
nacho spice. It's so good.
Let's see.
Wow. Isn't that good?
That's really good.
And you don't love popcorn, isn't that good?
Yeah, I'm not a big popcorn eater.
It's so fun
I will eat it.
because you can shake it around and put as little as you want. I mean, don't get stressed about it. It's nutritional yeast. So I have these plain and nachos, so I can be changing my mind if I want to. And here's another tip that I do. I buy the organic yellow popcorn with corn kernels. And I bought this at Target. I put a 1/4 cup of these corn kernels in here. I put the lid on and I put it in the microwave on popcorn, and it's done. I open it up and I fill this bag up and I take
Wow.
it with me. So in a couple minutes, I have my air pop popcorn. I don't have to plug anything in. I don't have to wait for it to get hot because we're pretty busy.
Yeah, one to go.
So we're on the go and we're always rushing. So just as a tip, I got this at Target. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I guarantee you it wasn't a lot.
And it's worth its weight in gold,
Worth
right?
its weight in gold. I use it all the time. And then I did find this unsalted microwave popcorn. It is just corn. This is impossible to find. I have looked in every store, high and low, whatever. I did find this in a specialty store and it's very hard to find. So I would never send you on a wild goose chase. Go buy the microwave popcorn thing. You can actually get one of those microwave popcorn things online on Amazon and just have it delivered to your front door. Boom, boom, boom. Put it in your microwave. But if you can't find this is called Chickpea. Organic unsalted microwave popcorn. But what's the difference if I pop this or if I pop that?
Right.
And this whole bag here is dirt cheap. So,
Right.
I mean, it's cost conscious and what have you. I love pretzels. I love crunching. And so there's two kinds that I buy. This one I have to get at Whole Foods. It's called Uncle Jerry's Homemade Pretzels. This one does have a little bit of salt in it, but the ingredients are very, 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 very minimal, and it has no oil and no sugar.
Nice.
So, which is very, very important. It does have a little bit of sodium in it, 85 milligrams of sodium to 80 calories. So it's almost that 1-to-1. I was telling you before we like calories of sodium to be equal. So it's almost equal, but I don't have to worry because Terry is not going to eat a big pretzel like this. He's just not like that. So I can just open this bag and eat it all by myself, and I actually like it better that way. You know I love you, honey, but. And then these, you can find at any store. It's not easy to find those Uncle Jerry's, so I'm always looking for something that I can find really easy. I can run into the store and get it. The Snyder's of Hanover unsalted mini pretzels actually have no sodium because you'll find ones that are unsalted that do have sodium, and this only has a 0.5 gram of fat in it. So, I love these pretzels, and I buy them, and I do eat them in the car, shamelessly, by the way. I love sweet mustard, so I squeeze some mustard in here with some maple syrup. So it's almost like honey mustard, but we don't need.
I'm gonna try one.
We don't need. You are?
I'm gonna try one.
I'm so excited. It's
see.
sweet.
Very sweet.
I didn't want you to like it.
Very good.
These are more from. I'm kidding. So you have the sweet mustard or plain mustard. Listen, if you're out, you can run in anywhere and get mustard in a pack and do anything. Or you can just eat them plain. But if you really love mustard, if you're from Philly, you love mustard and pretzels.
We searched a little bit for those. I'm glad we found those, honey.
Yeah, because it's really quick. We used to go crazy for the Uncle Jerry's. You can have them delivered to your house and all this kind of stuff and spend all kinds of money. Forget about it. You don't have to do all that stuff. So I did this. I told you about my salsa. So let's talk a little bit about, I'm out, I'm traveling, I have forgotten my lunch and I haven't prepared. No problemo. I can run into the local grocery store and buy this bag, and I can rip it open because my sweet husband has my scissors here. But if I'm traveling, I don't have scissors, so I would have to rip it open like that. And now I have a bag of lettuce. And in your Asian aisle with the rice, they have cooked rice there, believe it or not. It's probably not perfect, but I can tell you that it has no salt, it has no oil, and the only ingredients in this is the rice that's in here. That's it.
That's it.
So you would think, oh my gosh, it must have a lot of sodium, it's prepackaged. So it's room temperature, but it's cooked. So I have jasmine brown rice, I have jasmine white rice, and I have jasmine rice medley, which has black rice, brown rice, and white rice, okay? So, and that is the only ingredient that is in here. So I paid 99 cents for these, so here's $3 worth of rice, and all it is rice. No oil, no salt, no nothing. So I've decided that I want to have a Southwest, I feel like I have something on my face, a Southwest salad for lunch. So honey, which one would you like? The brown rice, the jasmine rice medley, or the white rice?
Let's do the jasmine rice medley.
jasmine rice medley it is. So all you have to do is rip it open. When I travel, I actually do carry plastic silverware with me because I know that I'm gonna get hungry, but I do have some here on my counter, but I do have it in my purse, which I'll show you. And I can just put as much rice in here as I want, and I will share this with my husband if he's with me, or I'll tell him to get his own bag of salad, one or the other, but put as much rice in here as you like. Well, what the heck, I mean, I'm traveling, if I don't want to waste, maybe I should just put the whole thing.
Yeah, why not?
What does it matter? Get lots of protein from it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do. So, you can find where you don't need a can opener, because you know that Terry and I can our own beans, but I'm not home, so what am I gonna do? So you can find beans that are either in a flip top, but you wanna buy the ones without sodium, or these ones in a box and it says no salt. So if I'm out, I'm opening my box up, I may need some help from my very strong husband to get this open, or I may need to ask somebody at the store for a pair of scissors, but you get it. I'm gonna cut this open and I'm gonna put the beans in here. So, and I want to show you how I would do this, because like I've told you before, I'm not going hungry. So I have this bag of salad, I have my beans. Can you hold that up for me, honey?
Yep.
And I'm gonna put however many black beans I want in my salad. And if that day I didn't pack my salsa, well, I'll just go buy me some. You can either buy the little disposable, or not disposable, but the snack packs of salsa, or yeah, I'm a big eater. I know. Terry's like, Angie, you're gonna keep spooning that in there? I can do that. So I can either buy a salsa like this for $1.99, or the salsa. But if I haven't packed it, and I already said I didn't pack it, so I can buy the little snack pack so that I don't waste.
Yep.
And this is what I use. I love salsa on stuff like this, even when I'm eating at home. And then I have this full of rice, beans, salsa. It was a salad mix. It has lettuce and just all kinds of stuff. So I'm just gonna shake it. And now I have a Southwest salad in a second that I can get. I'm gonna eat this at room temperature. And I will tell you that even as big of an eater as I am, I'm not gonna be able to eat all of this. So now I'm in my car, chilling to my favorite radio station, depending on the time of year. I'll either have my heater, my air conditioner on, or whatever the case may be, and a beautiful salad.
Wow, that's unique. That is really unique.
Oh, honey, this is so good.
To be able to mix up salad, you have your salsa, you have your black beans, you have your rice, and now you've made pretty much a fiesta salad. You know, you can actually add corn to that as well.
You could, but I'm scared of canned corn because it has a lot of salt in it. But you could, if you could find one with no salt.
Yeah, that's good.
So there you go, Southwest salad, dirt cheap. Everything was cooked. It's room temperature. Isn't that good? We're gonna eat this when we get done here. We're gonna eat this. This is delicious. So I just wanted to give you an idea. Another thing is, let's say you don't want a salad for lunch, but you still have forgotten, and you feel like you're in a situation where you're gonna have to go hungry. Because if you're like me, eating stuff that is not whole food, plant-based is not optional, so I would just go hungry. But I don't ever go hungry because I got so many choices, it's not even funny. Go into the grocery store. If you don't want the Southwest salad, no problem. Let's say you're hungry for a sandwich. Couple things. Here's the everything bagel, the flat ones, okay? Boom. You open it right up. There's sandwich bread, and you have 1 gram of fat in here and 190 milligrams of sodium. So maybe not so great for Terry, but you can do that. You can get a whole wheat pita bread. The store is full of them. Read the label, please, because you don't want to get something that's full of fat.
And these are delicious. They're so soft. And you can open them up and you can fill them with different stuff. Oh man,
delicious.
So soft.
Or if you can find a beautiful Italian bread like this that has no sugar, no fat, none of that, you can get this. So now you have any kind of bread, everything bagel, Italian bread, pita. Heck, get a loaf of delicious rye bread or pumpernickel bread or whatever it is you like, as long as it doesn't have a lot of fat in it. Don't do that. Then go to your jar aisle, get your whole peppers, roasted peppers. You can get the sweet peppers. You can get anything, pickles. Put them all on your sandwich and you can eat. If you are at a store that has a no oil hummus, you could use a hummus as your spread. Or my favorite too, we always talk about mustard. We love mustard. Put mustard on there. You can make this in your car. It's just not that big of a deal. And you're gonna have a better veggie sandwich than anything. It's absolutely delicious. I love these things out of the jar. So now you can have a sandwich, you can have a salad. And it took you 2 minutes. You ran into the store because you forgot your lunch. So there's so many options you don't have to go without. Then, if you go run into the grocery store and you're looking for a snack, there's snacks everywhere. But one of the things that you can find, if you haven't thought about packing some pickles or something, we love pickles. Don't usually buy the sweet ones because they have a lot of sugar in them. You've got to be so careful. I mean, it's like 9 sugars and 9 added sugars, and it's just crazy. If you buy the dill ones, they don't have any sugar in them. These happen to have 260 milligrams of sodium. But what I do with this is if I'm outside, so I'm gonna open these because I'm hungry. And what I do, if I'm outside, I always have water. And if I don't, I'll buy a bottle of water, you know, for 30 cents, or you can buy like a 24 pack for whatever. And I will take these pickles and you can just
rinse them off. Okay.
And they're so good.
Okay, good.
My honey loves pickles. These would be absolutely delicious on that veggie sandwich I was just talking to you about. But you can rinse stuff off with water outside. I'm not outside, so I'm using a bowl, right? But I'm just trying to give you ideas. Here's hearts of palm. I've talked to you about eating these. These are so good to eat plain. I love the taste of hearts of palm. So does Terry. This does have some sodium in it. And so we rinse these off as well. So you can either get the sticks and eat them like a long pickle or something, or they have the hearts of palm that are already cut up. So you could actually use these hearts of palm too that are already cut up, and everything has a flip top. So it's not like you have to be at the store with a can opener. And you have these little hearts of palm. They're made for a salad. You know, I can get a smaller, I love the smell of hearts of palm. So you can get these. You could put these on your Southwest salad too. But these are so good as a snack. So rinse them off so you don't get a lot. And these, but they're in little pieces like this. They're so good. You can just pop these like candy. They're better than M&Ms. Or like I said, these come in long and they have the pop tops. The other ones that I buy that I cook with, I buy at the big box store. But if I'm in a hurry and I'm running into the grocery store because I'm starving, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that I can open and eat, and yes, I can eat this whole can. So that's delicious, and I just use the water to rinse it off. Also, in that same aisle, you can find these asparagus spears, which are also really good. These white asparagus spears, these are not in oil. You gotta check everything. These are packed in water. I would do it the same way I just did the hearts of palm and eat it. Same thing. Here's little bite-sized artichoke hearts. I love artichoke hearts, and I love these in a salad too. Now I got another salad idea. I could have these and the artichoke hearts and this.
It's endless.
And put it in the salad. I mean,
varieties are endless.
But you got to read these because artichoke hearts a lot of time are marinated. They're marinated in oil. You do not want those. You want the ones in the water. So you got to be really careful. And then this I love. Used to call this chow chow, but it's Italian mix. And it's just, these vegetables are so crunchy in here. So it's cauliflower and carrots and some peppers and all of that. Again, this is in vinegar and water, so it has that vinegary taste that makes your cheeks water. I love this, and I love it because it's super crunchy. Again, I would rinse these off because they have a lot of sodium, but I love, love, love these. I would not I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would not feed my husband chickpeas that are crunchy that you buy in the vegetable or in the chip aisle,
Right.
because they are loaded with everything that you don't want, and they have so much oil in them. It's horrible. But what I do is I do take the fresh canned chickpeas that we have. You can put maple syrup on them. You can put them in your air fryer, or you can put them on a parchment lined sheet and bake them in your oven, and they'll become really crunchy. You could do hot ones. You know, sprinkle some cayenne pepper on them.
So different seasonings.
Different seasonings.
Oh,
You
wow.
can have sweet or savory or any way you want to taste it. The chickpeas are so versatile. So if you are thinking, I'm going to be on a plane, I'm going to be stuck in an airport, I'm going to be traveling, I'm going away to a friend's for the weekend, I want to make sure I have my snacks. You can make chickpea snacks that are absolutely delicious, but don't buy the pre-packaged ones because they have a lot of oil. So I would just caution you on that.
Gotcha.
This is so funny because this is cereal. And so this is called puffed corn cereal. And I love this because it is big and it's puffy. And the only ingredient in here is puffed corn.
So this isn't like Cocoa Puffs.
This is but we could make it Cocoa Puffs because we could get like the cocoa powder and make it Cocoa Puffs.
Or you can put that in a bowl with some plant-based milk and a little syrup, and now you got
And that's what I do.
healthy Cocoa
Yeah.
Puffs.
That's what I do. So I don't know if you can see how big these puffed corns are, but they're so good. So a lot of times when we're out, I think this bag is like $2 or $2.50 or something crazy. I can find this in the health food store or in my local grocery store, so I'm very excited. I buy this or the puffed wheat, but I like these when I want a snack because they come out and they're big and they're crunch and they're like big popcorns. But I love these. So there's an idea.
Yep. No one likes crackers more than Angel.
I love crackers.
And these are all healthy.
Crackers. Crackers are covered in oil, and I'm heartbroken.
Yeah.
But I'm not anymore because I have found the crackers that I can eat.
Healthy options.
So these wasa, you got to get the whole grain ones because the other ones, like the whole wheat and the other wasa crackers they have, the ingredients are like, you got to read. I mean, you got to put on your reading glasses and you got to stand in the aisle for 5 minutes. And that's not a good snack. If you have to read and you start saying, whoa, I've never seen that word before, a problem. So put it down. But the ingredients in this is whole grain rye, yeast, and it does have salt. So the sodium content, I didn't
Sodium
see.
is
50 milligrams.
50 milligrams, yeah.
So 50 milligrams of sodium, not so bad. These are like really thick and delicious and crunchy. And a lot of times I do reconstitute peanut butter. And I have a sugar-free, look at these babies.
We told you guys about the peanut butter powder. You can reconstitute this peanut butter powder, mix it with a little bit of water. And then Angel found this polymer sugar-free.
Blueberry. I love the sugar-free blueberry.
Yeah, I mean preserves. It's
So
awesome.
this is super crunch. Okay,
Yeah.
super crunch. I told you I always have plastics everywhere, and I just put little peanut butters when I'm traveling. I do a lot of traveling. Terry does a lot of traveling. I reconstituted my peanut butter.
So we basically made our own peanut butter.
So you can see how thick it is. It's hanging on here, right? So I'm gonna have me a little peanut butter and jelly. And everybody in the airport is looking at me because they're running around starving and eating hot dogs. And then I have my jelly. And then they're like, why is that girl so happy? Because let me tell you, I've been stuck in airports overnight. It's not a joke and it's not fun.
Yeah.
But,
Now you're happy and they're still eating hot dogs.
peanut butter and jelly at its finest. I mean, it's delicious. I do peanut butter. Do I have anything on my face?
No, you don't.
Thank you, honey. I do peanut butter and jelly like this. I have these salt-free brown rice little puffs. These are super, super thin. There's 6 in this pack. So they're like rice cakes, but they're brown rice. I do the same thing with these. I put peanut butter, jelly. I'll even eat these plain because I love plain stuff. But it's just brown rice. It has no salt. It has nothing in it. So So,
and if you spend a little bit of time, honey, Angel spent a lot of time.
Oh yes.
Going up and down the chip aisle or the cracker and chip aisle, and she'll read the back, the labels, just to make sure the stuff that she's buying is very healthy. Again, very little or zero fat, very little or zero sodium content. So
no sugar.
No sugar. So there are a lot of healthy options in terms of just snacks. And you just have to take a little bit of time. Like I said, it may take another 20 to 30 minutes to shop. But if you read the labels, you'll be able to find out that you have so many different options, and you don't have to sacrifice, because we don't. Does this look like a sacrifice to you?
I know.
Looks like a feast to me.
I'm not gonna be able to eat my lunch.
Looks like a feast. So, anyways, I just wanted to point that out.
No, I appreciate that.
You really spent a lot of time going up and down the aisles and reading.
Yeah,
and
but now we know, right?
Absolutely.
Now
absolutely.
we're like, who did it and ran at the grocery store? Boom!
You're
We
right.
get out in the car and there's
You're right.
somebody still parking next to us because we know where our stuff is. We know what we want and we know what makes us happy. But in the beginning, it did take time. That's why I'm trying to help. But thank you for saying that, honey. It's a great point.
Yeah.
I love Melba Toast. I've always loved Melba Toast. I must have sucked on this as a kid. I love Melba Toast. I don't know what it is about this stuff. But anyway, so you can buy the classic or the whole grain. Not all Melba is created the same. You've got to look. A lot of the Melba is very unfortunate because it's supposed to be healthy in your mind. It has a lot of fat in it. This has 0 grams of fat, people, and I am very excited about that. I munch out on this Melba stuff. You could use this as croutons in your salad, right? You could do any of that. You could put a little bit of the garlic paste on here and make a garlic crouton.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You could put peanut butter and jelly on
Hummus.
Here. Hummus, yum.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things you can do with these.
Endless.
Anybody can find these matzah organic. You got to be careful with these because a lot of them do have a lot of fat. This one has a 0.5 gram of fat in it and is the only one I have been able to find. But these are good too. I like these. And one of my most recent finds, I always liked water crackers. This is the only brand of water cracker because they have those fancy ones that you can have at your little luncheon, with your cucumber sandwiches or whatever. But they have a ton of fat in them. These have no fat, okay?
No saturated fat, no trans fat, no
nothing,
cholesterol,
no cholesterol,
100
nothing.
grams of sodium. Which
water
is
crackers, these are authentic Jamaican water crackers. I find these at my local grocery store and I love them because they're thick. So, just like last week, I know I'm embarrassed because the bag is half empty. I found these, and these are a cinnamon one.
Okay, yeah.
But these are also fat-free. The only difference between this one and this one is this does have 2 grams of sugar. But I don't know if you can see how thick they are, but they're so good. And these have a cinnamon flavor, and so they kind of remind me of, like, what are those cinnamon twists that you get?
Oh, I thought you were going to say ginger snaps. You're talking about, I forget the name.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
They're so good. Put a little bit of jelly on here, and it's sweet. And it does have the 2 grams of sugar, so you should watch your sugar, but it's not 50 grams of sugar, right?
Right, exactly.
And you have a little bit of the sweet and your ginger, and this was super fine for me because I love sweet stuff. I'm a major sweet tooth. I've told you 110 times
Raisins.
about dry fruit. You can buy these little raisins in the little boxes and throw them in your purse, and you'll be good to go. You can eat that. And there was another thing I was thinking about. What if I was out and I wanted something sweet and I wanted it to be like ice cream? So if you go into your local grocery store and you're buying your little salad stuff or whatever your emergency items are because you're starving, you can go into the freezer section and you can find any kind of fruit, from soup to nuts. It's all fresh and it's only fruit and it's frozen. So I was in the grocery store shopping, thinking about this because I usually buy frozen fruit in big bags because I use a lot of it. But this one was cherries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries.
Oh, wow.
Berries are so amazing for you. And this bag is just full of them. So now I am gonna have a frozen slushie, a cherry one,
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
Because they're fruit. Oh my God, those cherries. Honey, they're so sweet. Taste. And
they are.
a blackberry. So now, I feel like I'm having a sore back.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You just go into the store, grab this. You don't have to grab a little pint of Ben and Jerry's with 47 grams of sugar and all that fat and all that. Get one of these and have your frozen dessert. This is, wow, I'm gonna munch out on this. I'm gonna taste the blueberries now.
My snack.
When they freeze the fruit, they freeze it at its ripest time. So everything I just ate was super sweet. So and then here's whole strawberries. So these are whole. You can just munch on them. So this is like a frozen dessert. How refreshing would this be in the summertime? Run to the grocery store, buy yourself a jumbo bag, or this whole bag. This is 12 ounces of frozen fruit, and eat away. You're gonna be full, you're gonna be satisfied, you're not gonna be sluggish, and you're gonna feel wonderful.
Absolutely.
So that was just an idea I had over the weekend. I'm full of ideas. As you know, Terry and I had our video where we made our granola, and sad to say, I told you I was gonna eat it all.
This is what we're down to.
Yeah, this is what we're down
these
to.
little bags.
Shush, don't tell on me. But here's the mango I wrote on here, here's the kiwi, and here's the pumpkin. And I have these, and I can go anywhere, and I can throw them in my purse or whatever. So I wanted to show you that a lot of times when I'm running through airports, I have a backpack because I don't have time for all this mess. I got heels, whatever, and I'm not running through an airport with heels, and I'm not glamorous. I am so far from that. So in this purse, I have a wallet. You know, sometimes I'll have a passport and whatever. I always have flats. Because this girl's not, I'm not trying to be cute. So I have flats in my purse. Once I leave my customer meeting, take those heels off. I got some lips. I got a little bit of powder my nose. And I told you, my plastic silverware, because I'm not going hungry. And I have all this stuff in here. And listen, popcorn, you know, granola. I mean, what else can I put in here? I do not leave home.
Carrots in it.
Oh, okay. Terry's like, put something healthy in there, Angel. What the heck? You know, I can put a whole piece of fruit.
Yeah.
I can fill this sucker up. If I had little things of raisins, I could even put one of these little packs in here. I put my jelly in this really small container. I can put small peanut butters and jellies in here. I can do anything. And I have room left, and I will use it. So I will pack this bag full of, so that I don't get in trouble and I don't feel sluggish and I'm ready to take on my day.
And now you have healthy snacks.
And I have, exactly, and those things that keep us centered that we love.
Exactly.
And then here's Terry. Oh my God, Terry. So Terry has not stopped printing things, but he keeps his computer back here, and then he's got stuff, and then I pack this like a good Italian girl would with all kinds of stuff. So I can put his broccoli in here, you know, I can force him to have this,
popcorn.
You know, I can give him anything. I can, you know, Terry will most likely want apples and oranges. And
putting all the right stuff.
He actually loves the granola, so I have him hooked on it. Terry loves grapes.
Yep.
You know, so I would put and Terry has plenty of room in here.
Plenty of room.
I could put a salad in here. I could do anything. So Terry does not have to go hungry. And Terry does snack when he's in the car. So we do pack him stuff when he goes because he just doesn't want to be stuck.
Exactly.
And Terry would, unlike me, Terry would go hungry for 3 days if that's what it meant, if he couldn't get the food that he needed. And if you do have time to prepare and you don't forget, because a lot of the stuff I was talking about was I'm stuck out and I've forgotten. Because a lot of times we are in a hurry in the morning, or you might have kids, or there's a lot of stuff going on in your life and you're not perfect. So you may have planned the night before and you have a refrigerator full of all the things that you need, and you're 10 miles down the road and you figure that everything is still back in the refrigerator. Hello, that's my world.
Right.
I live in it. But you can pack grapes, and you can pack peppers and cucumbers and go buy a bag of salad or pack your salad. One of the things that I love are these pop chips.
Mm-hmm.
These are so fun, light, and crunchy. And again, you can put them in the hummus,
Mm-hmm.
or you can put the peanut butter and jelly, or look at these.
Mm-hmm.
And these are so good. I don't know what they put in these, and I always look.
Right.
Because they have a taste almost like they have oil, because there's something really good in there.
Mm-hmm.
But one of these is 20 calories, no fat, and 5 milligrams of sodium. I mean, are you joking? And this is so good. It has no oil, but it tastes so good.
Mm-hmm.
But I can take my hummus, my homemade hummus, I can dip this in here. It is so good.
That's awesome.
I love this. So these are just some of my ideas. I could probably talk to you for 3 hours about all of my ideas, because I really do believe
I mean, you've given our friends a lot.
A lot to think about.
Absolutely.
And you can expand from here. These are just ideas. You can get stuff all the time, but for me, I'd sooner run into the grocery store. I said to Terry, it takes me just as much time to park at the 7-Eleven parking lot as it does to park at the local grocery store. And at the local grocery store, they have all these things. And even if I have to run in and run out, it's just as quick, it's just as fast. And at the local grocery store, I can go through the self-check. I don't even have to wait in the line for the checker.
Yeah.
So these are some of our ideas. I really hope you enjoy this. You see how you can run on the go, how you can pack salads, you can pack sandwiches. When I do remember and I pack sandwiches, I just put the bread separate and the veggies or whatever I'm doing in a separate bowl, and then I assemble it and I eat it. Right. You should see people looking at me on airplanes. I'm like, look at me. So anyway, this was super fun.
Oh my God, I hope you guys learned a lot today. This
was so fun. So I got to eat a lot too, which
so
is
did I.
really
We got to eat our lunch and breakfast.
Anyway, have a great day.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.